Shalom, shalom, shalom. Koholo Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakal Kadash Barakatah for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. Let me get this real quick. This is Genesis 6 and verse 5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. Once again, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And this is another installment of these videos I like to do, Crime in the City, coming out of New York City, showing you that violence, death, judgment is increasing. And Yahweh Shem Yahushua has these death angels that are active, heavily active, And this is going to continue. It's only going to get worse. You may think you're safe. You may think that you can maneuver around the plagues and the judgment of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You are sadly mistaken, man. You never know when the Lord's judgment is going to strike. And if you are in the Lord's eye for judgment, that's what you're going to receive. Whether you're in your house, at your job, in church, right? Whatever you call your sanctuary, it doesn't even matter, man. The Lord is going to get you if he wants to get you. And we would put out here as a warning to tell our people to hearken unto the warning of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites, you need to return back to your power because there's not much time left, man. So let me read that again. This is Genesis 6 and verse 5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. That's what you see. The wickedness in man increasing and becoming greatly at a height to where you never seen. It says, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart, meaning his spirit, his mind, was only evil continually. Because you have people out here that when they wake up, they look to do evil. Like take for instance the so-called white man. He can't sleep unless he does wickedness, man. Unless he pushes out evil spirit, a demonic spirit throughout the earth, man. He can't sleep. And our people have become like that. Our people have become like the heathen. So therefore, the Most High is going to eradicate a lot of you people, man. A lot of our people. 2/3 of our people are going to be cut off and die. It tells you that, right? So let's play this. And, Yahweh Shem Yahushua will and be edified. Shalom.
This week, a shocking murder scene on the Upper West Side. Plus, a woman shoved onto the subway tracks in Tribeca. And the man accused of killing a New Jersey councilwoman heads to court.
The defendant does not have a right to delay these proceedings.
Right now, Fox 5's Crime in the City. Here are the crimes across the 5 boroughs. We begin this week in Queens, where an off-duty NYPD officer is shot in a road rage fight.
That unidentified officer is recovering tonight at a local hospital after police say he was ambushed by 2 men during a dispute that resulted in the officer getting shot. Ashley Rodriguez is live at the scene in Maspeth, Queens. Ashley, what do we know right now?
Well, we can tell you that those 2 men are in custody, and police say they knew that when they were beating and punching and kicking the off-duty officer, they knew he was a cop, but they kept going, even reaching for his gun, trying to get it out of the holster in broad daylight. A suspect sits in an ambulance, desperately trying to explain why he and another man, his brother, allegedly ambushed and beat up an off-duty officer on the side of Queens Boulevard Wednesday. It all started around 12:45. The off-duty officer was on Queens Boulevard when he noticed a white minivan blocking the intersection. Words were exchanged between the officer and the driver. The officer continued on his way until the driver of the minivan pulled up again.
The male in the white vehicle had words with our MOS again, and a second male who was on foot ran up behind off-duty MOS's vehicle, and smashed his window.
The officer gets out, draws his firearm, and tells the two men they're under arrest. He calls 911, then reholsters his gun and tries to hold down the suspects with his hands while waiting for backup. The suspect starts to fight back, and they get into a struggle. The second man puts the officer in a chokehold while the other starts beating him. The officer is gripping, trying to hold on to his gun when it fires. Police arrive to find a bleeding officer shot in the thigh. The Police Benevolent Association, writing in a statement, "We're thankful that our brother is going to recover, but this incident highlights the dangerous environment on our streets, not just for police officers, but for all New Yorkers. These two repeat offenders didn't think twice about attacking a cop and trying to grab his gun. What will happen if our dysfunctional justice system spits them back out onto the streets again?"
And that's basically what's happening, man. They're not locking people up for certain crimes anymore. You know, you do a crime, more than likely they take you in, they write a report and they put you and they let you back out, right? Because the jails, they say, are full. There's no room, right? But it says that in this quote right here, it says, but this incident highlights the dangerous environment on our streets. Why? What is that saying? That there's an increased number of violence and crimes throughout all the earth. But this particular we're talking about in New York City. But they would let you know, they would think to let you know or have you to think that everything is all good. Crime is down, right? They're down 10%, 12%. But here it's telling you that basically people are becoming more violent and more vicious, man. It says not just for police officers, but for all New Yorkers, man. And yeah, if you speak to any of these people that live in this city, they would tell you things are not the same. Things are worse. You got to be a fool to think that things are not bad. Things are actually on the up, on the increase as far as safety. But that's a damn lie, man. You're living under a rock if you believe that you're safe here in America, man. That you're safe here in New York City, right? So they're just gonna let them out. No, but they might not, because this was a cop. They shot a cop. So they might make him do some time, man. Attempted murder on a cop, you more than likely ain't gonna get out, man. But this is the state that our people are becoming. They look like that dude, he looked like a so-called Latino, right? But he's through, man. As so are a lot of our people through. Genesis, in the same chapter, jump to the 11th verse. Genesis 6:11. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence. Right? Verse 12. And the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth, man. All flesh is becoming wicked, man. That's why the Lord said that he must shorten the days, that there will be no flesh to be saved, man. Because the only reason these days are going by faster and faster, and you got Shabbat coming after Shabbat. 5 days feel like 3, is because we're in the midst of all the elect being activated, man. So therefore, the Lord is going to take the hedges of protection and mercy from off of the four corners of the earth, and it's going to be flooded with nothing but judgment and violence and death and destruction, man. Right? You think this is bad, or what you see on the news, you think this is bad? Wait till these types of things happen on a daily basis, 5, 6, 8, 20, 30, 100 times a day, man. To whereas you can't report it, to where there is no news conference or no news reports to report because it's gonna be so bad, man. Right? This is let's get 2 Timothy, right? Because hey, we're living in some very serious times. 2 Timothy 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, man. And what's perilous? Dangerous. Always bring this scripture out, man, because it's very, very relevant. Dangerous times we are in, right? And you see it here. Let's continue.
Again. Now, the suspects have been identified. They are brothers Edwin and Sean Rivera, and between them, they have multiple prior arrests. They easily could have killed this off-duty officer, but thankfully, he will be okay.
Over in Manhattan, police make a horrific discovery in an Upper West Side apartment.
To this now, an investigation underway on the Upper West Side. This is after police say a family of 4 was found stabbed to death. The bodies of the 4 were discovered inside of a 4th floor apartment on West 86th Street yesterday afternoon. Police entered after being called for a wellness check. Officials believe the 41-year-old father stabbed his 40-year-old wife and their 2 children, a 3-year-old girl and a 1-year-old boy, before killing himself. Residents say the man was the super of that building and getting ready to start a new job.
He was ready to make a positive move. He's a young man with 2 beautiful children. He's been doing his job at our building for the last week while Lenny's on vacation.
Well, police are still working to figure out the motive.
Next in Midtown, a man stabbed in the stomach inside a
And the motive was he lost it. More than likely, it was the Edomite, a so-called white man, right? He lost it. People are losing it. People are struggling to make ends meet. Then you never know what's going on in people's households, man. To whereas now, people just are fed up, man. They may look like everything is okay when they come out. They smiling, they giggling, they're joking. They go out and enjoy the nightlife. But inside, man, hey, is a dark spirit in them, man. And this dark spirit came out of this damn devil, man, more than likely. I'm going to call him a devil, man. Because the devil is known for doing things like that. That's the Upper West Side, too. That's what you would call the upscale part of New York City, man. One of them, at least. Right? Let's continue.
Target in Herald Square.
The NYPD also investigating a stabbing inside a Target store. This is Herald Square. The victim, a 33-year-old man, was stabbed in the stomach around 2 p.m. yesterday at the store. It's on 34th Street. He's reportedly in serious but stable condition. The motive for that attack is still unclear at this point. So far, no arrests have been made in that case.
Downtown in Tribeca, a woman is shoved while waiting for a train right onto the tracks.
Breaking news. Police just arrested a suspect wanted for shoving a woman onto subway tracks in Tribeca. They're charging 41-year-old Samuel Junker with felony assault. He's accused of pushing a 34-year-old woman onto the tracks in an unprovoked attack. It happened Tuesday night at the Chambers Street station. Fortunately, the victim did not make contact with the third rail, and other subway riders were able to pull her up to safety.
And finally, leaving the city, the suspect in the murder of a New Jersey councilwoman heads to court.
The man accused of killing a New Jersey councilwoman appeared before a judge, but what questions still linger 6 months after her murder.
Fox Eye's Antoine Lewis was inside the courthouse in New Brunswick as the hearing played out.
During his detention hearing Monday, a judge ordered that 29-year-old Rashid Bynum shall remain behind bars in Middlesex County. Bynum is accused of killing Sayreville, New Jersey City Councilwoman Eunice Jumfor back in February. Jumfor was gunned down while sitting in her car outside of her home. Prosecutors say 14 shell casings were recovered from the scene. Authorities say after her murder, Rashid Bynum fled to Virginia, where he is from. Investigators were able to track him through several electronic footprints, including cell phone location and the EasyPass device on the vehicle. Evidence his attorney called circumstantial, while asking for a continuance to better review the evidence list submitted by prosecutors.
In order to review the discovery, because it's 6,000 pages, I would think that we would need at least 60 days to do that.
What the defendant does not have a right to is to delay these proceedings and to stop this case from moving forward.
This court finds that the defendant has failed to rebut the presumption for detention with the proof necessary to show that he does not pose a danger to the community.
The proceeding was interrupted near the end when Mary Drumfour, the victim's mother, threw a bottle of water at the defendant as he was about to be let out. John Wisniewski is the family's attorney.
This is the first time they've been in close proximity to the individual who's accused of taking their daughter's life. It was very traumatic and very upsetting for them.
More information about the connection between June.
And this is the Jake that took out this I don't know, she's I don't know. She may be a Hamite, I don't know. She could be an Israelite, who knows. But this is the state our people are in, man. I remember this story. I believe it was a year or somewhat ago, maybe a little under a year. He shot her coming out of her apartment building or something like that. But Jake is out of his damn mind, man. But this shows you the state that the people are in. They will kill anybody, man. And soon, a lot of these politicians, these lawmakers, these senators, councilmen, councilwomen, they're going to start being judged as well. Because the Most High is breaking down this system, man. And all of these people are corrupt, man. All of these politicians, all of these political leaders, they're all corrupt, man. And the people are starting to realize that. So, hey, all hell is about to break loose here, man. America is falling. We're in the brink of a third world war. Hey, better take heed to the warning, man. This is Revelation. I'm going to close out with this. Revelation 18:21. And the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all, man. So that's how this place is going out, man, through violence. This is how this place is going out. This is how America is going to fall, through violence, right? Kohlo Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Until next time, Israel. Hey, I want to say shalom, repent, seek Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua while he may be found. Love y'all, Israel. Shalom.
In Bynum was also revealed. Prosecutors say Bynum was part of an outreach ministry Eunice Drumfour facilitated, and they lived under the same roof for about 6 months before he moved back to Virginia. Rashid Bynum has been charged with murder, possession of a weapon, and possession of a weapon for unlawful purposes. The next court hearing in this matter has been set for October.